Hey, we want to welcome you to another exciting day and another exciting week on the live drive with the native guy on the line with us, who's going to be in from Florida, who's going to give us some great information. He's going to tell us about some wonderful things they're not only doing for the community, but they want to spread the message out so everybody can understand and come learn and come just basically support this wonderful thing that's going on here. Our guest on the line, his name is Lamar Callahan. He's a man of great faith in God. He's asked to be used as a servant to do things he wanted to God to do in a way he wanted him to be. So the African Supporting African, it became an official site January 2nd, 2022. Mr. Callahan was a Boy Scout, served in the United States Air Force, and a 30 year professional massage therapist. He's known many good leaders in his life, and he's tried to find strength in the lessons that they have taught him. And most of all, he looks to bring honor to his aunt and uncle that took him in. And he lives there in Tampa, Florida, and he's open to speak with many on their mind. And we're glad that we brought him in today. He's going to speak with us, and we're excited on the Native Broadcast Network. Those of you who listen in closely, we're going to get to learn. And Lamar, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Enoch. Thank you for asking.
Oh, that is great. So we are going to talk about this wonderful things, but before we start talking about the African Supporting Africans website, let's learn a little bit about you.
Well, I was a 30 years as a massage therapist. I served a year and a half in the Air Force, left from an injury. Besides that, and I have great faith in God. I started out my initial prayer is, dear Father, please bless me, the person you want me to be, do the things that you want me to be, and to be the person you want me to be. And through that, I woke up one day, and this is what God has me to do: is to start this nonprofit, African Supporting Africans Corp. And I'm eternally grateful for this. And through this work, um, it's a love fest for me. I'm just extremely grateful for this because I try to be a servant of God. I'm not trying to preach or anything, but I'm just eternally happy because I'm trying to do the right thing. And that's what this work is all about. That's what African Supporting Africans is about. We all come from the continent. It's about humanity. It's not a, I personally am religious. African Supporting Africans is not about a religious group or anything like that. And let me put that out there first. But the thing is that it's about humanity working with humanity. And I would like to invite everybody to come to the website. And I've created a poem. It's called, the link is called Logo Poem. And it explains the logo. And within, it talks about the logo, how the logo came to be. And within, with us all working together, it brings a new light to service. And that's the essence of the logo. But the key thing about ASA is that we're all working together. It's about humanity working together. And that's what we're about, humanity working together. And the essence is, for me, is us helping the children get the education they need at a rate that the families can afford without breaking the bank.
And that's a wonderful thing to do because, again, we live in a time right now, and depending on the backgrounds of many people who are listening in, whether you're business or educated, not educated, being able to find affordable education, that's something that's really on a lot of folks' mind today. And the things that you do now, let's talk about what really got you to come up with the idea and start this website, to start this. What kind of led to this moment?
Well, it all starts with God, but to get to ASA, the concept is education is very expensive. And when a family is faced with the choice of, or the prospect, my child needs a tutor, Well, if a parent is now looking to spend $30 to $300, that prices out a lot of families, but the child still needs a tutor. So what I've done as a nonprofit, I've brought the price down to $5 an hour. And this makes it possible so that most families can afford a tutor. And our tutors are actual teachers from the classroom. In fact, we have teachers that have over 30 years experience. We have 10 teachers that have their PhD. On average, all of our teachers have 10 years experience in the classroom. So what you have is actual professional teachers working as tutors, and that's what I'm extremely thrilled about, is a family can get, or a child can receive, professional teachers working as tutors at a rate that most families can afford.
And what kind of tutoring options do they have available? Like what kind of, for the affordable price that you're offering, what kind of options do they have? Is it just limited to certain classes, or do you have multiple offerings with the, because again, it sounds like you got quite a few teachers, which is a good thing.
Well, I'm extremely glad you asked. We have literally nearly 60 classes.
Wow.
So we do have the basics: English, math, history, science, but included with that, we have several languages: Chinese, Swahili, French, Italian, Urdu. I feel stupid. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Turkish, Urdu, uh, the languages from different parts of the world. We have teachers from different parts of the world, which come from the wide variety of teachers that we have, the different skills. We have sewing, we have yoga, ballet, theater, theology, Afro studies, ancient civilizations. Like I said, there's nearly 60 classes. I can't name them all right off the top of my head.
And we don't
But
want
the
you to name them
idea,
all, but that's a lot of options for everybody. So with this kind of environment, how is it done? Is it virtually? Do you have in classroom, or how does everything work? That, because it sounds like with all these classes, must be a lot of things that you have to get done, or is that just part of the concept?
oh, it's actually extremely simple. It's a person just goes to the website, clicks the button, says book now, takes you to the link. You click on the class. You go to the classroom, go to the class, click book now, go to the day and the class. You're able to see who the teacher is. You can actually go to look at who the different teachers are, which we have a different link called teacher bios, and you can see about the teacher. And you purchase the class. It's only $5, and you have your sign up for the class. It's extremely simple. I'm not a very technical person, so it had to be simple.
I'm glad I'm not very technical either. So with that in mind, so how would one start these? Do they all start in different phases? Do they all have to have certain number of classes, or how does the tutoring, when they sign up for these different classes, how does it work? Do they jump into a certain segment, or do you have to give basic information as to why? Because again, you know, if you're, I guess when you're going into math, you kind of, I guess they do need to know what you're struggling with, correct?
Right. And that's the beauty of having professional teachers, is that a teacher under a experienced teacher understands where the student is, where they're struggling. Whereas a unexperienced teacher, no disrespect, but an experienced teacher can understand from the parent, my child is having an issue here, and an experienced teacher can say, okay, I understand where we are, and let's go forward. And that's how we do it.
And
Now there's several people in a class. It's a group session, but still you're getting an actual professional teacher helping everybody out. Again, it's only $5 and it's for a full hour. So
And those
you're
are some
still
good
getting
prices.
the attention that you need.
Those are some great prices, $5 an hour. Because again, I just looking at different rates that you can find. I don't think tutoring just for that is cheap for any of those. Just I know they have for jobs for tutors, and they get pretty good money an hour. So again, $5 an hour. Say some because I'm fascinated with ballet and everything because it's over the virtual world and everything like that. They would just be able to watch and learn from cameras. Correct?
Yes, you can watch, you have the teachers who also are interacting with the students though. So it's watching, but it's you're interacting with the teacher.
Classes and just the different things, the language classes and everything like that. Because again, the just the pricing, just the level of the teachers, the knowledge that they have, the backgrounds and everything like that. What is the end goal that you're hoping with everybody who signs up and takes these classes? What is the benefit that they're going to get from these classes that you're offering?
The end goal is an educated child who gets the knowledge that they need. Um, they're, the child has an issue in a class. I want them to be able to succeed. And the family, I want the child to succeed in their goals. And here's a rate that makes it possible for them to do this without breaking the family budget. This takes a stress off the family as to what do I do? How do I get the care for my child or myself? Because we do have classes that the parents can use themselves. I have parents who do say I could take these classes with my child, like the learning classes, the sewing classes, the ballet classes. So this can be a family event, but the initial goal would be, how do I do this for my child? And initially, it is a parent is faced with, how do I get tutoring for my child when I'm faced with a price tag of $30 to $300?
Yeah.
But when they learn that they can still get that same help or better help at $5, oh, it's a no-brainer.
Oh yeah.
Or hopefully it's a no-brainer, but you have professional teachers helping out the student. And the end goal is that the student is able to get the education that they need at a rate that the family can afford. From there, they're able to excel in their classes without being overpriced. No disrespect to other services, but I'm trying to help families get the education they need without breaking the budget.
And that's kind of important type thing that we need at affordable pricing. So what are some challenges that you have been facing up to this moment? Because again, we know you became official there January 2nd here, and it hasn't been very long. So what challenges have you faced up to this point?
Our our basic challenge simply is not being known. Families don't know that we exist. And I thank God for you, Enoch, in accepting us to be a guest. And I literally consider you a godsend. And for those people that hear your show, see your show, and will share your show with other people and let other people know about us, that's a godsend, because people need to know that we exist. And with other people knowing about us, then we can be able to help students and more students and more students. And with that, the word can get around worldwide, because that's our goal, is to be able to help students worldwide.
And that's important because again, you have many teachers that are on there. It looks like their backgrounds comes from very, very diverse communities, which is the way to reach others too, to help them overseas and over internationally, is to have diversity, because that's important. And some of the things I wanted to ask about too, since we're talking about the unification and how you want to build this and expand, let's talk about that the poem, the logo. What are the different points of the poem to help drive home really what your the African supporting African core.org is about?
Well, I think the first line is the key. I'm trying to think of it by heart right now. Um, the the first line is most important, and that is that Africans supporting Africans is that we all come from the continent, and that's a matter of humanity, that we all are one family. And that's the main graphic on our homepage is a multicultural family, because that's what we all are. And I hope people will understand that and not let the name of the organization hold them back. But we all are one family. We're all humans, we're humanity. And with us coming together, like you'll see with our teachers, we're all humanity. And that's bringing a new light to service. And that's what I'm looking to do is with our teachers from all over the world, all walks of life. We are helping all our students from all over the world with a new light to service.
And I wanted to share that poem because here it is. It says the African continent, birthplace of humanity, the Ankh, symbol of life, the colors, shade of humanity, the dove, human spirit, the fingers, humanity, the glow, bringing a new light to service, the hand supporting humanity, the olive branch, peace, the red rose, love, the red tear, slavery, the white rose, purity. So if you haven't seen, again, we would direct you to the ASA-CORP.org and look at the poem, and you can see because it's got some powerful pictures and the symbolism to this uh, poem. So, what was the idea to have this incorporated as part of your message here with the corporation as well? It's very beautiful to
Thank
read.
you. Well, the logo itself is divine. It was God sent. Tawana Brown, I believe that was the artist that did it for us. It took a long time to find a very talented artist to do it for us. Literally, it took a long time to find her. She's extremely talented, as you can see, and I thank God for her. I had the concept in my head, what I wanted, and she was able to bring that out. The poem, it took me a while to do it. Um, I knew what I was thinking, and thanks to our board, helped me to put on words what I was thinking. But that was the key thing, is to express in writing what I had in my heart, to let people know what I was thinking, what I was had in my heart, to show what the message was. And that's what the poem is.
That's beautiful because it takes a big heart to be able to want to reach out, excuse me, to help others, to especially educate and to continue growing, because that's what you're doing, is helping others to grow. Education is about growth, helping others and those who are struggling, especially needing that extra support. It's ways like this an affordable prices that if you have the opportunity to take these classes, again, what are some of the benefits that those will get? Let's remind folks who might not have heard that the first time, of the teachers that you have, the backgrounds that they have, the experience, because that's kind of an important thing, that this African supporting African core is more than just tutoring and everything. You're going to get the basics of a great support system to help you grow. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. The teachers are, sorry, phone call. Uh,
I thought we got zinged.
the, the teachers are the backbone of our system. Without them and without God, we have nothing. But the teachers are experienced professionals. Again, on average, 10 years of classroom experience. Some teachers have been teaching over 30 years. We have 10 teachers that have their PhD. We have classes for those that haven't graduated from high school. We have Dr. V, who does our GED classes. So we have classes for from kindergarten to high school. We have classes for those that are looking to um, graduate from college or from high school, going to college. We have a whole host of classes for those students that are looking to go to the next level. And we have talented teachers to help them get there. And I'm just extremely grateful for our teachers, because without them, we can't help we can't help the students. And that's what the teachers and myself are looking to do, is to help the students at a rate that the families can afford.
And that's what we're looking for, is to help find ways that people can find valuable ways to get education. And this is the fantastic model that you have to try. What are other ways that perusing your website and everything? What are some other things? Let's talk about your website a little bit. The African
Yes.
Supporting Africans Core. This is on the www.asa/corp.org. And so, what are some things that when folks peruse your website, let them know what they might see, especially going through some of the mission and the bios? What are some important things that they can kind of understand about what you want them to learn about your website and everything? Because it looks like you offer more than just education as well.
Well, we do have a shop, and the shop does go to help finance our operations. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so we do accept donations, and all donations are tax deductible, be it if you donate as little as $5 or $10 or as much as $1 million. Hint, hint, hint. But
Same way here. Hint, hint.
but we accept all donations, and we thank God for all those donations. Again, I personally am spiritual, not the organization. So I know I keep repeating God. I just happen to be very, very religious. But
So, with the different things about African Supporting Africans, let's talk about some of the different classes that you have. Just for
okay,
instance, I'm looking at just right here, just in the age, you got accounting, you got Afro studies, you got ancient civilizations. Now those cost hundreds of dollars, right?
well, not with us, they don't.
Let's tell them about these wonderful things. Especially, you got to go to Africans. That's www.asa-corp or corp.org and look at their classes, and let's learn a little bit about these. They're not $100. You're kidding me.
No, no, honestly, they're only $5 a class. With those two classes, I know off the top of my head, with I can't remember who teaches the accounting class. I do want to say that, and I know she's going to hate me, that is also a doctor. But as far as the Afro studies, that's Dr. Watts. He's a PhD. You can see his bio in teacher bios, as well as ancient civilizations. That's Dr. Lester, of course, another doctor. His bio, and that's one of the beautiful things about, the teacher bios. The teacher bios is there so that the parents can see who are the teachers that are teaching the classes. And you'll see that when you're looking at the classes that you're looking to take, you'll see the name of the instructor. And from that, you can look from there, you'll see the name of the teacher. And then you can go to the teacher bios and read about that teacher in the teacher's own words.
Oh yeah, and I see that on one of them. I clicked on one of them, and they have a degree in economics, master's degree in business administration and education from these different. So again, they all have great bio, and they're certain. I mean, I'm looking at some of these classes, Lamar, and my goodness, they can take business classes, chemistry classes. You got computer science, college essay writings. You have drama. You have ELA state prep, test prep, embroidery, English. I mean, you offer all of these. Come on, they can't all be $5. Is that? Am I seeing that right?
Yes, yes. The classes are $5 per hour for the classes for all of them.
And that is phenomenal because again, I'm looking math. You have calculus, physics. I might just take physics class because I want to learn.
Yes, our physics class is taught by a professor from Kenya.
Oh, like you got poetry, public speaking. Oh, I might have to take that class.
You're doing fantastic, Enoch. You're doing fantastic.
No, but I'm again. Look at all. If you have an opportunity, let's give everybody your website, Lamar.
It is ASA-CORP.org.
And what are the fabulous things that they should kind of focus in when they get to, besides looking around at all the tabs and going through everything? What are, I mean, they take a look at how many classes they offer for just the price.
Yes, sir.
And then the poem and everything, that's kind of the mission and everything that holds everything together, because your mission is African supporting. You're a 501c3 nonprofit. You're empowering communities, and that's important. We want to empower communities to thrive and become a strong family.
Yes.
And those are some great things, and that mission. So how can we, besides the Native Broadcast Network and those who listen in, how can they really help and support, besides not only helping and taking classes, but also how can they support and just share these wonderful things that you're doing here for your community?
Well, I think the easiest thing to do is to let people know that we exist, to share the message that there is help for families. If you know a family that has a child, and let them know that there is an organization that's there that does tutoring for $5. You can go online, do a search for Africans Supporting Africans Corp, and we are there. We do tutoring for $5 for all students.
Say that
It's
again.
it's not just Black people. This is for humanity, for all students for $5 an hour.
$5 an hour, and they're
That's
not
it.
just somebody who's there. These are actual teachers and ones who have been in this field, is what we've learned throughout this conversation. And the reason why I say that, Lamar, is I hate to tell you we're running out of time, and we
Okay.
on, and I just want to thank you for being able to come on and join our network, and for allowing us to take time to learn more about you. And before we let you go, and I know you've got a lot of things that you got to get going, getting it organized and keeping the school going. Again, let's let people know how they can help out if they want to donate, or if they want to go. What are the best ways that they can come and support you and your
Well,
organization?
the easiest thing is to come to the website, which is ASA-CORP, as in Paul, .org. You can also call us at 813-743-3273. Our email address is forthe@asa-corp.org. And you can look on our website. We have a sponsors page. We take all major credit cards. We accept checks, no cash, but we do accept crypto and PayPal. and Cash App.
We want
But
everybody to go out and support Lamar and your organization there. Again, we appreciate you coming on, and I thank you for the opportunity. And we'll have to have you back on and visit some more and get updates about what's going on. And if you didn't hear, it's $5 for some great classes that you can take. That's the biggest thing that overwhelms me. And you have to go, and we have to make sure we're getting people to understand this great opportunity that's out there. So Lamar, are there any final words that you want to share with our audience?
Enoch, I just want to say thank you. Come on out to Florida. The weather's great. The beaches are nice.
Well, we thank you, Lamar, and we appreciate you for coming on. And we want everybody to go check out the ASA-CORP.org, the ASA-CORP.org. That's a great website. It's the Africans Supporting Africans. There's great classes. They have well over 60 classes that you can go and learn and get some tutoring experience for great prices that you need to go see and check out. We thank our guest, Mr. Lamar Callahan, calling us in from the great state of the Sunshine State of Florida. We thank you for joining us here on the live drive with the Native Guy. Mr. Callahan, you have a wonderful day, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, Enoch. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. You have a great one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.